possible, I buy a planet. I was like, Eddie, I went on stage, I was like, Eddie, if you get a planet, that shit gonna be Section 8 planet.
You gonna get the Section 8 planet?
Yeah, you gonna get the Section 8. I thought that shit gonna be in the Marcy universe.
Yo, how can you even get a planet? That's what I don't understand.
I don't even know, bro.
Hey, how do we own shit that we don't even own? Like, that's like, I guess you could sell land on Earth, but how do you sell some shit that you ain't never been to? It takes 3 years to get to Mars, I heard.
Yeah, right, leave it to the white man to figure out how to own some shit. White man tell you how to own some shit real quick. They like, hey, you know that planet that was a half niggas in it? I'll tell you what, that's ours, bro. I don't know why, I just felt this hunch that it's mine now, you know? Let's see if they got some spices on there, you know?
Hey, yo, it's your boy Blast from TCP Entertainment, our newest show, I Hate It Here. This is the man, comedian Josh DeWay. He's hilarious, as you can see. Tell him a little bit about your show.
So we got this great show coming. First and foremost, you know, thank you, Billy, and thank you, Marco, for bringing me a part of the TCP team. You know, these guys have treated me with, you know, the utmost respect and has really allowed me to, you know, be myself. And I just want to take that moment and say thank you. But we have a phenomenal show, you know, coming out. It's called I Hate It Here, and it's going to be something I think the world needs, you know, because we're going to allow us to, one, laugh at people fucking up that ain't us, but also it's going to, you know, give us some positivity and something to just take our mind off of, you know, just the everyday mundane things, you know. So thank you guys again for the opportunity.
It's coming soon to all your platforms, and we might even get it on a different planet. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, hey, Bezos, watch the fuck out. Yeah.
I Hate It Here, coming soon.
Yeah.
Right Way Home Care is a non-medical home care agency. We specialize in personal care, light housekeeping.
You know, we do medication pickup, groceries.
I have a mother-in-law that's disabled, and that motivated me to see, to go in her house to see what was going on, and different caregivers coming in and out, and just motivated me to use my degree to start a business such as what she receives.
So I've been doing healthcare since 2007. I go into nursing homes, I do skilled care.
My sister is in the healthcare field as a nurse, so we kind of balance each other out with the business part and the social work part. And then she does like the care and the training, the caregivers and everything like that.
She has something that I don't have, and I have something that she don't have, so we balance each other out.
We good? No,
The mics is hot.
Mics is
The
hot.
mics is hot.
Hey, the mics is hot.
The mics is hot. The mics is hot. The mics is hot.
Hot as a
The
chili
mics
pepper.
is hot. The mics is hot. The mics is hot. The mics is hot. The mics is hot. The
yeah.
mics is hot.
Yeah, we here. The
The
mics
mics
is
is
Live,
hot.
baby.
The mics is hot. The
We
mics
got
is hot.
volume.
mics
We
is
outside. Yo, sorry for the technical difficulties. Our producer is out. Shout out to him. He will be back hopefully next week.
Yeah.
How's everybody feeling?
I feel great.
Fantastic. Who was that playing?
That was just an instrumental.
It's an
I found.
instrumental.
Yeah.
Please, Facebook, don't do whatever y'all do. Please,
It's an
please.
instrumental.
Please don't. Yes. So how was Hollywood? How was your week?
I was chilling.
I was fortunate.
I was out here in these streets.
I was fortunate enough to produce Queen's Table.
How was it for you?
I loved it. I was thoroughly
Shout out to the
entertained.
queens, though.
Shout out to Queen's Table. Let me get 2 claps in the meow.
Meow.
Yo, yeah, it was definitely a good episode. Shout out to the Queen. Shout out to Vixen. Shout out to E.
Yo.
So you was staying out of trouble this week?
Earlier in the week started a little sketchy, but as the week progressed, like I got better. So by Friday, I had a great week. You know, didn't go to jail this week or anything like that.
Oh, it was one of them weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow.
You know, I'm glad you didn't go to jail.
me too. Me
didn't-
too. Me too.
I would have been really upset to get that call.
Listen, I need about $500. Like, nah, I'm playing.
Producer, how was your week?
It was good. Interesting. It was good.
Interesting to say the least.
Work.
Work.
The
Yeah.
grind.
Work. Alonzo Williams Jr.
Yes, sir.
Hazel.
How was your week, bro?
My week was a week, and we're here.
We are here.
Feels good to be home.
Hey,
Yeah, wait. First off,
he's still going through withdrawal.
you had just landed last week, and then I seen you all over the place this week. You was all over. You was doing all kind of games and
Should we?
Dodgers game.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Word. So did you do it?
Wasn't me.
Brother Zoe is a Dodgers fan. If for those who didn't know,
I was talking about
He was at a. I was going to work to that, but
no. Go straight for the kill.
I don't think he was. The way he was moving around this week, I don't think he did. But
You never know. Look, you was tired.
Did you get buns this week?
I did. I got the Omarosa's buns.
Ooh, that's what you calling them now?
Omarosa.
Omarosa's buns. Yeah,
Ain't that-
they ain't a
ain't that Donald
cheesesteak for
Trump's,
real.
Ugh.
The cheesesteak ain't for real if you don't have Omarosa's buns. But
Mm.
we had oh, that'll sound bad.
What kind of buns did you have? Oh, come on. He can neither confirm nor deny.
Because he know if it was an alley oop, I was jumping all over it.
Man, listen. Now,
It was about to be
before we had our little
windmilled it in his
Jesus
head
God.
was like here on that joint. It was-
Before we
It
had our
was
technical issues, you was telling them a little throwback story.
Yeah, so I started out. So we did back in 2018. Yeah, 2018 when we was humble beginners. We was at Brightside, no windows. We started out in a church. It wasn't our own studio.
It was a sweatbox.
It was a sweatbox, and
We were slaves.
we was actually on a whole different network at the time. But even that. So all of that said, we was doing about 400 to 500 views, and we thought we was popping in these streets.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of was. We was hood famous.
Yeah, definitely. For
I
sure.
mean,
Got a couple discounts.
people can't just do that though.
Nah.
Everybody thinks they can, but
They
it's like not that easy. You
Not,
can't
yet,
just.
not weekly. Not to keep doing it. You
Like-
might pop off if you got some drama popping. You're gonna do numbers.
Like
that's
we're
for
blessed
sure.
to have that. We thank y'all for watching.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, for sure.
From the sweatbox.
But I do want
to here.
to like the same way that the Breakfast Club pays homage to Ray J for popping them off, because they was about to go off the air. The numbers was doing, they had shitty numbers, and Ray J came on, and that's the day he was beefing with Fab. He was drunk, and he called in on the air. He had Fab, and they was going back and forth. But he was like, "Yo, I got dudes that's gonna fuck him and do," like he was talking crazy, like it was crazy on the air. And after that, Breakfast Club went crazy. I think Mr. 17540 is our Ray J.
Well, I'm about to say like Kim Kardashian.
So who hit it first?
But
thank you.
When the first time you came on, that first episode, you was hot in these streets.
Yeah.
And I reached out to you because you were viral every week. Like at that point, it was like, yo, you had video. I was like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? And it was like, yo, he lives around here. I can just reach out to him. So I reached out, and he was like, yeah, I pulled up, and he pulled up with 20,000 viewers, over 20,000 viewers. Like we went. I don't even know the number. I was way over 20,000.
Yeah.
It went crazy, and
he was so humble because I was like, oh my God,
and
that's Mr. 17540.
We
He was
put
like,
in-
hey. I'm like, oh shit, like I can talk to him.
He's that guy.
Yeah,
he was popping like that. And we put in a lot of work since then, but he kind of took it like, yeah, that show was like he put eyes on us. So I thank you for that, bro.
Word.
And how are you?
I mean, I wasn't in the newspaper. I didn't get arrested.
Felt.
It's a good
Felt.
week.
Felt.
It's a good week. Got some rain for my flowers this week, so
Oh, yeah?
can't complain.
Did
You garden. Check
Yo,
you
the
out.
rain,
Green
yo, I
thumb.
like
That's
we
right.
Well
needed
versed.
the rain, man.
Yeah.
The rain don't. I mean, the
You
plants
garden too, don't
grow.
you?
Yeah.
Men garden, ladies.
I mean, that's what happens when you get
That's
to
sexy.
that age.
You gotta learn how to survive. You gotta grow your own vegetables.
Truth.
Because you don't know what's gonna go down with, you never know.
What do you think we're in the
But
last
yeah,
of our
man,
days
the
or
natural
something?
rain, stuff starts blooming. The peppers start
yeah.
popping for real when the
Mm-hmm.
when the rain comes.
My pumpkins are looking right now. Oh, I'm excited.
So last time we talked to you, you were getting bad guys arrested, like actually arrested. And by bad guys we mean
Pedophiles.
pedophiles,
Chesters.
the worst of the worst. And I thought what was doing was God's work to me, because fuck them. That's what. And
Somebody got to do it. Yeah.
they started fucking with you in the beginning back then. But the last time you was on here was a couple years ago now, right?
Yeah, probably right before Corona.
Yeah, so it was like a year and a half. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so you've been off for a while. You haven't, but I did see that somebody just got arrested a month ago. Right?
So like it's been like with my dad, I do everything for him. So like that takes most of my time. Like when I first started this and my mom was alive, it was easy. Like you saw it every week. Every week I'm getting boom, boom, boom. So now it's just
And
like
what year did your mother pass?
2019, I think. Yeah, 2019. Well, and ever since then, I just been me and my dad rocking out, which is fine. But like that takes up a lot of my time,
Yeah.
so I can't pull him out whenever I do. However, like when I pull him out, I pull him out. Like the guy that just got arrested, you got the Amish guy. We'll get to the Amish guy. The guy with the tiger on his
What?
shit. Like that shit took forever. I got him last July, and I just went to his prelim like 3 weeks ago.
Is that because of
Alright, so
COVID?
What's that?
That's because of COVID?
Yeah, and lots of other things.
So
Okay.
last July, let's run it back, because it's for everybody who is most of the people are watching it. Probably, I know all your fans are viewing it, but for the people who don't know, last July what happened? Who was this guy?
Last July, I got this guy, I think his name was Antonio Iliano or something, and he was 57, 56. I show up to Sheets, he had some guy drive him, and same videos you always see. I pull up on him, what are you doing here, blah, 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 blah. So in the whole video, he admitted, like, hey, like, his reasoning for doing this, to coming to meet this 15-year-old girl was, well, I haven't had any in years, blah, 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 and boom. So I did the video.
Zoe hasn't neither, from what he said. In the but go ahead.
I haven't had any amaurosis anytime soon. You know what I mean? Oh, man.
Carb-free diet.
So, like, that shit happened last July, and again, I do not work with police officers. I don't.
Right.
However, when my shit pops off like this, it does. They have no choice but to look into it.
Yeah.
So the detective that was looking into it she was like, oh yeah, I sent her over all the information. This was last July. And then, like, Leola's small town, some guy got murdered on the back street or whatever, so that took all the time, which as whatever, I mean, and then my shit happened, and then everything just happened and just pushed it all back. But he just finally got arrested, and they charged him with like 9 felonies, and he's still in jail. Like, he's waiting for his
Well,
arraignment.
that's where he needs to sit.
Right.
I
And
heard
he
they have
was-
bread there.
He was just like, it's like,
They
hey,
got
I'm
buns.
15. Oh, cool, dick pic right there. And like, so
That's how it happened?
for him, yeah. Like,
That's how it be happening.
and
All
that's all I need. That's like all I need for the detectives. Like, hey, I'm 15, I'm 14, I'm underage. Oh, instant naked picture. That they're done. That's all they need. Done for.
Instant.
I'm going to do it ride along one day. I promise you I am.
we should. That would be
I'm
fun as
sit in
fuck.
the back of the car like, yo.
Got him.
That's
That's what's gonna be
different
lit.
when we hop out. When I hop out, I'm like, ah!
I'm gonna hop out like I'm hopping out the
motherfucker.
fucking. I'm hopping out like I'm hopping out the cheaters van. I swear to God, I
Nah,
am.
so this dude he was at Sheets. Where was this at?
Sheets in Brownstown.
In
Wow.
Brownstown.
That's right up the street.
Hmm.
And he
They're
just-
everywhere.
And so he just had to go to court
Yeah,
recently.
he this was the first time I ever had to testify, and that shit, like, I catch child predators, but that shit right there, I was so fucking nervous, like, it was the worst, because, like, I've been on the other side before, and that's easy. You just sit there, you answer the questions, but, man, like, they put me on the stand, and it's just, I don't know, like, it's different people there, like, it's just all these cops are in the room, and then you got the district attorneys and some lawyers in this room, and I'm just up there, and like, it's serious. This shit I do is serious, but I'm a funny guy. I have a big sense of humor. So, like, I'm sitting in the courtroom, and the district attorney's like, "Oh, we're gonna play the video." I'm just like, "God damn it!" And it's because, like, I'm on the stand, and everybody's looking at me, and like I said, like, this is serious. I try not to laugh, but I'm in the courtroom, and all I hear, because, like, I'm nervous, so I tune everybody out, and all I hear is, "Oh, you like that, baby girl?" Blah 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 blah. Because that's what I said to the guy. And I'm sitting there. I'm trying so hard not to laugh, like, because it's court. Like, you gotta
Wait,
be
you said
serious.
that to him?
Yeah, because like,
Okay, so they read your text back.
well,
and
no, they played the video.
So that's what you said.
Yeah, like in the video, because he.
That'd be the worst
I
position,
read
like.
the messages back, and I was just like, "Oh, well, you sent this message. You sent me a picture of your dick. You were just like, yeah, you like that, baby girl. You like that." So I'm in the courtroom, and I'm listening to this. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
and everybody's looking at, and you're on the
Yeah,
stand when they're playing
in
this?
front of everybody, like
Yo.
in front of everybody. Like I said, I go and I catch child perverts. Like, I don't get nervous, and oh man, I was so fucked. I was ready for that.
Sweating
to be
like a
over.
whore in church.
And then I had to read the text messages, like the text messages he sent me. I had to read in the courtroom, and like. I didn't want to say that, like,
Right.
"Oh, baby, are you ready for this?" Or, "I can't wait to tear your pussy up." Something along those lines. I don't remember the exact message, but it was just, I don't want to say this in front of the judge and the district attorney of Lancaster.
They wanted you to
and, like,
repeat the text message back?
yeah, because, you know what I mean, like, did he say this to you? So I
Do you
had to
remember this
say,
conversation?
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, he said that, and boom, and oh man,
That shit is
I'm
nerve-wracking.
It's horrible.
So what, you turned your phone over to them?
yeah, I gave it to them like the Predator phone they get every time. And
But
they
then
suck.
They
they
just took
made
this
you
shit
read
before.
it.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's what they do to try to fuck with your head. That's
They're
exactly
out of
what they try to
control.
do.
I mean, like, it's because I'm on the defense side, I guess, right? No, yeah, with the district attorney, so I'm on their side. So they got to ask me these questions to be like, "Hey, are you sure?" So, or what's his name? Iliano said this, so it's just like, damn, like, and I'm sitting there and I hesitated because, like, it's graphic stuff, and I was like, I don't want to read this, and then it's like they show a picture of his penis. It's like, is that his penis? And I'm like, yeah. They're like,
Polka dots.
can you point to who
Is it
this
Michael
picture
Jackson?
belongs
They
to?
lucky. That's
Listen,
why I never been. That's why I
had to
never
point
been
to him
picked
like,
for
oh, he's the
jury.
guy in the orange jumpsuit right over
They
there.
don't
I
want
never
you to
been.
ever
I
do
never
that
had jury
again.
duties. I'm like,
Oh,
can you
man.
go back to that dick pic?
Yeah, I don't want to ever do that testifying stuff again. Like, here, you take my phone. Like, that's it. You don't need nothing else from me.
Do you have to, or
That
will?
was the first time I ever did it. I don't know why. Like, I thought it was a setup.
They want
That's
you
what
to
goes through
stop.
my head first. It's like,
But
why
that
would
wasn't
I
the
do that?
first time they used what you did to arrest somebody.
Oh, no. No, that was just
That's
the
just
first
the first time they made you
yeah.
take a stand.
Yeah, it's just horrible.
I wonder
hate
what.
it.
Never mind. We're not even gonna wonder what their motives are for doing that. Cause my thing is like, I've never had to do it before. Why are you making me do it now? I mean, I can also assume though, freely, all police aren't good police, and some of them I'm sure are like on some dickhead stuff. Like he's doing our job. He's taking our job. What are we here for? What the fuck are you there for? Because we got somebody who does your job way better. Put him on the payroll, would you?
I mean, I hate to say it, but like the only problems I've had with police, and I'm sorry, it's Lancaster City.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was telling Billy earlier, like I've been Ocean City, Atlantic City, Idaho, wherever, like no problem. But Lancaster City, no.
Something
never
needs to
catch
be
another
done.
pervert in Lancaster City. Ever.
I went to jail here too.
They want you to stop.
Because the one you did was right there
Ben's
at Ben's Park.
Yeah, with the sheriff.
And that's the one that caused all that drama for you back then. And they turned up the heat on them and started like fucking with you for doing that, right?
Yeah, she was horrible. The
Stop
worst.
doing our job.
Like again, it's one thing to be in trouble for something you did, and then there's another thing to be in trouble for something you did. What the fuck? Like,
Right. I'm trying to help y'all.
Like, well, there goes catching perverts.
It was the fact that it was a constable, right? The constable's
Sheriff.
the sheriff.
Sheriff.
So the sheriff was on the camera, and that was her relative, and that's what it really was. Because
And like
you
in
know.
her defense, like, you mean wrong place, wrong time. She was sticking up for her family, even if her family member is a pedophile. Like,
crazy shit is like she knew. You could tell by her reaction that she knew, and that's what's crazy is that there's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of people who know they got perverts in their family, but they just won't say shit. But they won't leave their kids around. Like, nah, we ain't leaving you with Uncle Ricky.
Oh, that's just Johnny.
Like, no, Uncle Ricky can't watch you. Ain't no other girl that's gonna be here. Nah, we ain't leaving like that. We will know that and protect our kids, but let that motherfucker keep roaming because he's family. When
I think that's bullshit.
Yeah,
I'm not keeping.
But I'm just saying but
Yeah.
that's real.
I mean, I know that's real because it's happened to other people. I can't say it's happening to me. My mom was super overprotective, but honestly, it doesn't matter how protective you are when it's people that's in your family. You know what I mean? That's a little different.
Absolutely.
That's just a little different.
So when I saw people like you, because there's because not only that, like, there's people who are hiding these people in their families, but there's also a lot of young girls and even boys who are afraid to come out because one, they think nobody's gonna believe them. They're worried about how they're gonna look at them, stigmas, all that stuff. So when I see what you're doing, I can't see how anybody would look at that
And
in a
think
bad
something's
light.
wrong with it.
at the end of the day, like, who am I hurting? Like, if I'm doing it for the right reasons, and I am, because you see it, because these guys get charged. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand.
And you show up
why
when you have to,
anybody
yeah.
Has a problem with it. Like, what? Like, if you don't have kids, like,
I'm sure there are victims out here that are super grateful for you
Oh, I
for
get-
even shedding light.
like, I mean, when we'll get to the Amish guy, but when I did the Amish video, there was Amish teenagers sending me messages like, "Hey, like, thanks for this because this shit happens all the time." I was
Wow.
like, what the hell? I don't know if we can Instagram.
That's crazy.
Well, I'm happy you do what you do, and it's very fucking entertaining because he's a character.
And then the Amish guy, like, if I didn't do that video,
Was that after the Amish? Which one? This one that we just talked about was
just
here.
the one I just talked about, the guy I testified for, that happened last July.
Here.
Yeah.
And
that was
then
here.
the Amish guy was Ocean City.
No, the Amish guy was here, Brownstown, same shit. And then after Ocean,
I saw that video too.
and then I got the guy in Ocean City. But
He
like,
was looking all dumb in the face.
like I said, if I didn't make that video, I would tell y'all right now that shit was fake. Like, I could not. I still don't believe it. Like,
You know what's crazy is people that don't live around here, they gonna think that about Amish folks. But I don't see Amish folks doing some crazy shit.
Yeah.
We from Lake. Like, I don't see Amish folks.
I
do
heard
some
about
crazy
people.
shit.
Let me. I'm not even gonna say that. I don't want to get canceled by the Amish culture. I like their food.
but like, so
I'm just telling the facts. But they macaroni salad slap.
I started TikTok now, so that's where most of my followers come from on TikTok. And this Amish guy, Mervin, he was like, I've seen him before on TikTok. He went on a Tinder date with some chicks on TikTok, went viral, millions and millions and millions of views. And so whatever, someone sent me a message like, hey, you should check out his comments. There's lots of young girls in there trying to hang out, blah, 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 blah. It's okay. So I make a fake TikTok and I send him, or what did I do? I liked one of his videos because you can't like send messages unless you connect, or I don't fucking understand it. You know what I mean? So like I liked one of his videos, whatever, went about my life, totally forgot about my fake TikTok, and then one day I was like, man, let me try to catch a pervert, see what's going on today. Turning my phone on, and I was like, oh shit, Pervin Mervin. And I talked to him. He's like, hey, what's up? And I was just like, well, hey, I'm 14. He's like, oh, it's cool. Like, we can hang out. And because he was Amish, it wasn't like the normal, like, hey, let me see your pussy. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. It was just
He's a
like,
polite pimp.
Didn't you shave your bush?
And,
May I see what lies beneath your dress?
Oh, man.
no, but
How the Amish folks try to get the drugs?
I mean, it was
Pervin,
funny
yeah.
because he was like, well, I could come to your house. I was like, what the fuck my neighbor's going to say about this horse and buggy in the driveway? Like, I'm 14. Like, what the fuck? But I
How are you pulling up to the crib in a buggy?
In a bug.
Where are you gonna park it?
That's what I said.
Where you gonna tie up? Where you gonna water your horses
I
at?
said, like, where are you gonna park it? What are my neighbors gonna say? Like, this is the shit I deal with. So I tell him I'm 14.
I had so much fun with that.
Yeah, I tell him I'm 14, and it was just like, it was regular conversation. And then he's like, hey, have you ever had sex? I was like, yes. I was like, no. You know what I mean? He's like, well, me neither. I was like, oh, well, this isn't gonna go nowhere. He's like, I'm down to have sex in my carriage if you want to. I'm just like, oh, word.
So I get to
That's
see
all I
it
need.
too?
That's all I need. And he's like, well, I can get alcohol too. And I was like, Twisted Tea Miller Lite. And he
Yo.
did.
Wow.
And then the day comes and he's like, all right. He's like, do you want me to shower? I was just like, well, I don't care.
Ew.
This is exactly what he said. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, he said he's told me worse shit than this.
Do you want salty balls or no? Like, ew.
He's like, it's like, oh, I'll be there at 6:30. So like, I'm there. I'm always early. And 6:30 comes. I'm like, hey, where are you? He's like, well, I'm taking my horse. It's gonna be a little bit. And then so whatever. I'm in sheets and I'm thinking,
Really
I'm
bought
just
his
like,
horse.
I'm
Can't
just
pull
like,
off
there-
immediately. I'm running right
someone's
side by
fucking
side with
me.
them
Like,
horses.
there's no way I'm about to roll up on this Amish guy. And then,
Was he gonna try to splash in the buggy?
yeah.
In the buggy.
That's the message they're charging
the
him
buggy
for.
in
Do
the
you want to
woods.
have sex in my carriage? Like,
Yo,
Y'all wanna-
the Amish dudes is getting buns in the buggy.
But it's
Hammer
crazy
wrestling.
because
That's
yo,
crazy.
when you think about it, like how he just like for you, how many young girls do you run that game by?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I never did either, but I want to in my carriage.
My thing is this, like, how are you gonna get away? Like, if the cops pulled up too, like, you can't speed off. Like, I'm running side by side with your horses at this point. Like, where are you going?
Y'all are worried
Pull over.
about all the other stuff. I'm worried about the hydraulics on the buggy.
Ah,
Oh, he had horns on.
That
Like,
bitch
too,
might
like-
bounce back, cuz might bounce back.
the-
Buggies can support fucking.
We don't have to.
I mean,
Can
they
we ride
probably
in
could
one?
the
I always
cowboy
wanted
days.
to.
How much does a buggy cost? Do
If
they
you're
sell
Amish and you're not a pervert, which I know
Do they
all
sell-
Amish people aren't, like, can you please pull up in a buggy so I can get in? Cause I just I want the experience.
Can I get a buggy on Facebook Marketplace?
Probably.
Probably.
They getting buns and buggies.
That's the new way.
Don't get a buggy, cuz. Don't get a buggy. Don't get
That's
a
the
buggy.
new old way. You know them cats was smashing in the buggy back in the day, and the cowboy. You know what I'm saying?
You
Listen,
didn't have much choice back then. Like, you know,
would you like to have
Yo,
That was like
sexual
a date.
interactions in my carriage?
Esther, if you're watching, yo, come back to the show too, cause I got questions.
Yeah, we need answers.
You know what I mean? That was a
Some
date.
answers.
Would you like to take a midnight ride?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no, and that's
Would you like to have sexual intercourse in my carriage?
Yeah, so I show up the sheets, whatever, and then I see his horse and buggy. We live in Lancaster. I'm just like, no,
Eh.
that's not him. And then he fucking goes over to where they'll park the horse and buggies, and then I see him walking. I'm just like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Like, this motherfucking Amish guy really showed up. So then I get out the car, I walk up to him, I'm like, hey, aren't you from TikTok? He's like, yeah, I'm Mervin, so-and-so. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So, you brought your buggy here? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? No way. And I walk over there, and sure enough, he had his buggy. And then, because he thought I saw him
Why
on
did he
TikTok.
answer?
He thought he was a fan.
Yeah, he thought I saw him on TikTok. I was like, hey, don't you have a TikTok? And he's like, oh, yeah, because he had like 60,000 followers on TikTok. And
Yeah, 60,000. What the fuck?
And you can
What is he
imagine how
doing?
many girls he actually probably met with.
Yeah,
There's
like
videos
he
of
ran
him-
that game by mad young
Yeah,
joints.
videos of him having parties with all the. I'm not saying these girls are underage.
I thought
However,
Amish people weren't even supposed to deal with technology.
I mean, that's like a lot of comments I get. This is fake.
We're
Amish people don't
ignorant to
have
that.
phones. It's like, yeah,
Yes, they
He got like
do.
60,000 followers. He's better at technology than me.
Seriously though, but because
might need
certain
it.
ones of them don't have. Most Amish people who follow the culture, they probably really don't have phones, so they wouldn't know he had a TikTok anyway. He might be hiding the phone in his fucking butt. We don't know.
I mean,
I seen it. Yeah,
He's
I ain't
doing
gonna-
it.
I ain't gonna rat.
He
on
might
that
have a
before.
phone stashed in the carriage.
he got the buggy though.
Yeah, like
So you walked up on him to the
I-
buggy.
Like I said, I couldn't like if I sat down to make a show, I could not write this shit. Like this shit. And then so I hit him. I was like, so you was really you showed up to meet this 14-year-old girl, and you know how the face goes. It's just like, boom. It's like, oh fuck. And he's like, well. I was like, well, you were gonna have sex in the back of the carriage. He's like, well, I don't know if we were gonna fit. It was gonna be a tight fit, but I don't know. We could try. I'm just like, the fuck. Like,
So tight fit. It,
Yeah. But then I was like, but he
That's
didn't.
what she said.
Yeah, he didn't see it.
that's exactly where I was going with that.
Yeah.
Like, what's gonna be a tight fit? Like,
I mean, I guess that's our answer to the buggy question. I mean, I don't know. Have to get Esther on it. However, like, and then he whipped out that fucking weapon, that Twisted Tea, and the Miller Lite.
What?
And he had the Twisted Tea. Because I was like, show me down.
He saw the.
You didn't
He
see the video.
showed it to you. No, I
Oh,
didn't
no.
see it. I didn't see
You know,
it.
like, yeah, I was like, oh, you have the alcohol. He's like, boom, boom. I was like, oh, so you brought this Twisted Tea and Miller Lite for this 14-year-old
And he
girl.
showed
He's
you?
like, no, the Miller Lite was for her, and the Twisted Tea was for him. and,
So at this point, he already knows that he's caught.
yeah, oh, hell yeah. And he's just going on. So then I'm just like, well, like, is this, like, you knew the girl was 14, and he was like, oh, well. I was like, so this goes on in Amishville? And he's just like, well, if it does, we don't talk about it. It kind of gets swept under the rug, blah, 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 blah. I'm just like,
So you're just going-
As he's talking in my head, I'm just like, this shit is not real.
I would have been like, stop. Can you wait a minute? Let's take it back 1 second. Let's do this all
like,
over again.
Oh my God.
You
and
know
then-
what he was really saying
Get a
was
retake.
he's on there like, I'm gonna put this all over the internet, and that Amish people is like, my family's never gonna see it ever.
He was
Oh,
slaying
man.
young.
We don't have phones or electric.
Not only was he slaying them, he's getting them drunk too, so they don't remember.
Then he just kept like talking, and then there was really not like, fuck, I done showed up in a horse and buggy, so
No
I
need
couldn't
to
get his license
interrogate.
plate.
Yeah.
I probably should have got the horse's name, but I wasn't expecting all this.
Yo,
So then, like,
The cops could have left an hour later, and he
Oh,
still would have
yeah.
got caught before he got
and
home.
then so like I'm filming him walk away, and it's just like, oh man, and the horse is acting up. The horse didn't want to go with him. The horse knew too. Like,
Yeah, he was
You know
caught.
what's so wild is Aaron, I think it was yesterday. Whenever we was talking, we was going back and forth, and we going back and forth. We're talking about the show, and he's like, "Yo, so are you on TikTok?" I'm thinking like, "No, I'm 40."
A lot of people are on TikTok.
But he said that he's on TikTok, and I'm thinking like, "Why the fuck are you on TikTok?"
Because he's 14.
Now I realize like that's where the kids are. So what you're doing, it makes perfect sense now.
Mm-hmm.
But for
So, like,
me,
with
you,
you-
probably would have been investigating me if I would have told you I had a TikTok account.
Breakfast Club, they got TikTok. They just take like
Yeah.
little snippets of their interview, boom,
Yeah,
post it
they're-
up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we should be on TikTok.
Yeah,
That's
we
what I'm trying to
should.
say,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well, TikTok,
TikTok.
here we come.
Yeah, TikTok, here we come.
TikTok. We gonna be on TikTok
TikTok,
tonight.
here we come, huh?
Oh yeah, because we
I'll
can
run
do
the site
videos
because
in
I
the
don't
studio.
want a TikTok. I'll run it. I don't want a TikTok. I'll run
See,
the
like,
TCP
and
Entertainment.
I didn't really fuck with TikTok at all because I was always Facebook. And one time I did face TikTok. Everybody, like, I posted a video. Everybody was like, hashtag FYP, FYP. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? I thought they were saying, fuck you, pussy. Like,
Yeah. What is
it's-
FYP?
It's for your page. It's a TikTok thing. Like, when you're scrolling and the shit pops up. And so, like, I just didn't like TikTok for the longest time because I thought that's what they were saying. Like, I did. And then
Is your
I get on
TikTok
TikTok.
popping like your Facebook was?
Oh, my TikTok, like, I got like 30 million total views on Mr. 17540, the hashtag alone.
God,
Yo,
yeah.
put this shit on your TikTok.
I tried. Tried to set it up.
I'm gonna send you the link. We gonna get that
Pretty
shit.
much.
Put this shit on
We
your
gonna get
TikTok.
that 17540 bump.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
listen.
And TikTok's hard too because like I posted the video of the Amish guy getting me getting him. So like I did it because it was a long video, so I did it in like 50-second increments. That's what you do for TikTok. So the first video was taken down because I was bullying him. They're like someone reported it was probably him, so they took it down because I was bullying him. The second video
You
was
do be talking
literally.
shit though. That'd be funny.
This was the Amish one was the first video I didn't swear the whole time. The first one. I was just like, God damn, how'd that happen?
It
And
was respect for the
so
culture.
they'll take. I mean, he wasn't swearing to me. So, so like TikTok, like I can't post videos all the time of me catching these perverts because I'm bullying them, but this 17-year-old girl could be on there shaking her ass to Megan Thee Stallion. Like, it doesn't make no sense. You know what I mean? And then, like, I
Save
posted
that
a
for the
video
adults.
the one day on TikTok because one girl's talking mad shit on TikTok. Oh, Mervin wasn't arrested, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, all right, let's go to good old LNP. Screenshot, make the video, boom, throw it up there. And then I responded back to her question. But then in the comments, people are talking mad shit about her. Like, oh, I told you Mr. 1754 was right. And, like, I don't have any control over that. But they were bullying her. Flagged. Took it down. But, again, like, I'm breastfeeding or I'm shaking my ass. Like, it's cool. Like,
Right.
you see a whole titty on TikTok. I'm like, damn, like, there's kids on here.
Yeah, it goes down like that.
So I've been,
Oh, yeah.
I guess I've been jumping around, but I definitely wanted to hear the story about Ocean City because you took this shit on the road. This guy went on vacation and got.
Oh yeah.
He got bored.
How you go to the beach and catch a
Bored on
pervert?
vacation.
Well, I have a really good friend that lives in Ocean City. Beautiful freaking place. So I go down there. I'll pull her weeds, do some shit in the yard for her, and like there I'm in Ocean City. And so
Jump on the pervert phone.
yeah, and it's easy because like down there, I
You
live
don't
down
even
there.
got a separate phone no more, do you? You just got the TikTok.
And
you
nobody
still
knows your face, probably.
You always gotta have a money phone.
No,
I'm
I
sure
don't have
somebody
anything.
knows your face down
But-
there.
So the guy in there, I was a boy. I used Grinder because I don't know Grinder. Like I turn it on, it's just like boom, boom, boom. Oh, you're a
Yeah, because they know
14-year-old
what they're
boy?
coming there
That's
for.
fucking
What?
bad. Yeah,
They know
it's
what they're
bad.
coming there for. Oh
Like,
yeah.
swear to God, like I went to Ocean City, freaking turned my pervert phone on, put the location on where I was at, went out and worked in this girl's yard, came back, had him. Just like that.
That's crazy.
So then I went to the boardwalk, and like I said, like TikTok, I'm kind of popping on there. And so like I was on the boardwalk, and I see the guy, I run up on him, and then there's all these people like, oh, it's the guy from TikTok, blah blah blah, and they're following me while I'm doing this, like the boardwalk. You know how
Yeah.
if something pops off on the boardwalk,
Everybody's there.
Everybody
Yeah.
goes. So there's literally like 50 people behind me just following. And then this other guy, like, cause I'm loud. They heard him. They're like, oh, he's a child predator. He's gonna punch him in the face. I was like, oh fuck no! Like I had to break it up.
And you was live or you?
Yeah, I was live. I was like, bro, nah, like not now. Don't do it. Like you're live. Don't do it. Don't do it. Like I can't have that because then that takes away from what I'm doing. Like because I brought the man there. Like I'm
Right.
not there to hurt the man.
You
I
incited a
exposed-
riot.
Yeah. So I had to shut that shit down real quick. That was the last one I did.
What's your not one? I mean, they all gotta feel good, but what's the one that sticks out to you the most? Is that the Amish guy?
I mean,
Which capture?
I would have to say it was the dude Thomas Wise, the dude with the tiger shirt on, and
the tiger shirt.
the other firefighter that just threw the condoms on the ground. He's like, yeah, here's the condoms. Because, like, the shit they were saying was some of the most, like, I don't know, like, I've never said some shit like that to a woman before. Like, and even how does that work? And if it does, where are they at? Like, you know what I mean?
Listen,
Like,
That
Yeah.
works.
I don't know, like, apparently.
For some people, it does. I mean,
Word.
I'm not one of those, but yeah, I've heard some shit. Heard
So-
some my fair share of stories.
If you're local, right? You saw maybe you saw an article that said something about the fake superhero. I don't know what it said per se. What did it say?
It was fake
All right.
news.
Fake
We'll just-
superheroes.
We'll
That
Fake
is
news.
blah,
put
blah,
it
blah.
out there. We'll get to the elephant in the room because that's why everybody's watching it. So I'm not here to talk about any person I was in a relationship with. I'm not victim blaming. I'm not. Domestic violence is a serious thing. Like hands down, no bullshit. However, in my situation, it was just because of who I am. Like, remember I told this in the last podcast, where I run the stop sign, they pull me over. Mr. 1754 ran the stop sign. And same thing. As soon as that shit happened with this girl, freaking all over the paper. And what was written in the paper wasn't true. And that's why I can't fuck with the news. So I was telling my friends, I was like, y'all know me personally. Like, we hang out together, we do shit together, and you know that's bullshit. So if they're writing that about me, imagine all the other shit that Lancaster newspaper is shoving down your throat.
It's every local
Yeah,
newspaper.
yeah.
York too. YDR, fuck you.
And
They
it
did
was
that
just-
to me.
That
Oh,
ain't nothing
God.
new.
At
It
all.
was a situation where I was in a toxic relationship. We both were. I mean, we both said things and did things we shouldn't have did.
Yeah.
And like I said, again, I'm not victim blaming. I'm not trying to talk about this person. However, like, what was said to the police wasn't the truth, and like I'll show you all the text messages later and back it all up. And so whatever, it went to the paper, freaking got arrested, and then thank God for COVID, because I've been on bail for like the last year and a half, and I didn't have to, you're on bail, you got to go in and check in every day. I just had to call them. So I had to call every week and a half because I was on bail. And so finally, my lawyer's like, listen, we can keep fighting this. It's going to go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And give you summary harassment, an Alfred plea. What the fuck is an Alfred plea? Like, I've never heard this shit in my whole entire life.
Ever.
He's just like, oh, well, you take it and you're not admitting any guilt. I was like, boom, sign me up. Boom, done with it. And I did. That was the end of the story. You know what I mean? And
Do you get anything to go with it? Like, you don't.
$100 fine. You know what I mean? And the
That's
reason
a good
why
lawyer.
they let it go like that is because of like they knew it. Like they had it. Like they got me with something. You know what I mean? They got me a summary harassment, but they knew if I would have fought this, like look at these text messages, look at these videos. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just was tired of dealing with it. Like I have other projects in my life I'm trying to move forward on, and I can't do it with that shit hanging over my head. And then again, like I told you earlier, like probably 35, 36 articles, newspaper articles I've been in. Not one have they ever said, Mr. 17540. Nothing. Local vigilante, pedophile hunter, freaking local man. Well, I get that Alfred plea. Big bold headlines. Mr. 17540 takes plea deal. Like, and then they don't even, they read all the bullshit in the article, and at the end it's just like, oh yeah, summary harassment. Like,
Yeah.
it's like me poking.
Right. Make it worse. Make it worse than what it is because it brings
They
views.
don't like you.
I mean, that's how it is. And what's fucked up is
What really happened was Mr. 17540 got popular in these streets, and then he couldn't keep the women off of him. And that shit get crazy.
Yeah, let me ask you this question for all of your female followers. I know they're following. Are you single?
oh God. I mean, it was a rough night. I'll call it an entanglement. We'll go there.
Are you
say
single
that
now?
Right now.
Okay.
But if there's any callers, like, hey, hit the DM. You know what I mean?
Slide in the DMs.
No more strippers, though.
I know your DMs stay popping
Not
anyway.
really. Like, they're all, like, middle-aged old white women. Like,
Are you saying you have a type? What's your type?
I mean, I don't really have type.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Just don't be a.
Just leave me alone. Let me play my video games, watch my sports.
Bring me snacks in
I think
between.
most men just want the women to leave them alone.
Really?
Yeah.
For an hour.
At
I don't
least.
believe
No,
that.
at least.
I don't believe
I
that.
think the longer you're with them, the longer you want them to leave you alone.
Man, listen.
I think.
I think my fiance loves being around me. What's not to love? I know
No,
he's screaming.
no. Because when we're around you, we gotta make you feel like we love being around you.
Of course.
But,
He misses me right now.
but
I
there's-
bet he
but there's
wakes
time-
up in the middle of the night to watch TV by himself
No,
for an hour.
I bet her fiance is home right now.
I'm not the only one.
He's home
And
right
then he
now.
goes right back to bed like,
Living
"Oh."
his best
Yeah,
life.
he's home right now. He done defeated some new level of whatever game he's on, and he's in his glory.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but when she comes back
Yeah.
in, he gotta miss her.
Uh-huh.
Like we have to. Oh, you haven't been here all day. Fuck! I gotta turn this game on.
How
Nah,
was the show?
the game got a
2K just hits different.
got a
at
curfew.
nighttime.
It got a curfew.
Yeah, basically. Curfew. Stick to it.
You gotta give me like at least one full football game.
In every woman's head, we always think like you guys are like at the window, like Carl Thomas, like watching the rain fall down. Like y'all just be waiting for us at the
Yeah.
door. Like, oh, I missed you. I know.
I hear that car door slam.
It's like what's it
Fuck.
called? Like
I'm almost done the game.
I don't want to get the show cut off in the middle of it, so I'm not even gonna comment.
Oh yeah, look, he misses you.
That shit says stop audio, stop stream. Just no. Yeah, no, but yeah, there is them time for sure. So, how'd you rebound? Did it affect anything that you got going on?
I mean, the thing with this is like, I don't understand it. Like, you look at it, and besides, like, you know what I mean, saving these kids, like, there's a market for this. Like, you know what I mean? And I was on HBO, How To with John Wilson. I don't know if y'all saw that show. It's a stupid show. Like, they tricked me. Like, I went,
they got it.
no, I didn't. I was at WrestleMania, you know what I mean? And WrestleMania doesn't start till 5, got there 11 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I've been drinking all day. And I have this fur coat on and my wrestling belt, and boom, timeout. So if you don't know anything
They
about
don't know that you're
wrestling,
heavy in the wrestling.
Yeah.
Tell them.
it's WrestleMania, it's a wrestling event.
Don't
those
bother me.
People who don't know about wrestling, there was a wrestler back in the day, his name was Mankind.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
So boom, take that. So like whatever, I got this fur coat on, WrestleMania, like yeah, fuck yeah, WrestleMania, I'm having the time of my life. And then this camera comes over like, hey, we want to talk to you. We're like, all right. And then they ask me a question. They're like, do you think Mankind's gonna make a comeback tonight? I'm like, what? Hell no! Like he fell off too many Hell in a Cell. So I'm just like, oh fuck. Like they're talking about the world. Like, you know what I mean? Because I was at a wrestling event, they're asking me these dumb questions, and then I hit him with the whole like, well, blah 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 blah. Like, what do you do? I was like, oh, I catch child predators. They're like, what? Like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, if you want to look me up, it's Mr. 1754 on Facebook. And boom. So then I met them, and they came back to the house, and we tried to get a pervert, and it didn't work. But they came to the house, and it was, I think, that show came out right when all of this problems and bullshit started happening last October. But
And it's
Now
on
that y'all know it's
HBO.
not
What is it
true.
called?
How to with John Wilson. It's a weird show. Like the guy, it's like different social situations. Because how they set it up is like you can ask a question in 2 different places and get wildly different answers. They started off. They asked a philosopher, like, "What do you think of mankind?" So then he tells you, like, "Oh, blah blah blah," and then you get me, some drunk guy at WrestleMania.
They did
like,
that on purpose.
Yeah, they got me. But like, I got a free plug on HBO.
Yeah,
like,
true.
Want to look me up, Mr. 1754 on
I'm
Facebook.
telling you, I know you probably get propositioned a lot.
I mean, like, I did a documentary, and I'm just waiting, like, the same thing. Like, I didn't know this was HBO when I was doing it. Like, you don't know until the last minute. But, like, I've worked with producers, I've signed, don't work with anybody for 6 months, but it only gets so far.
Yeah.
And he should have signed
But
with
that's
Ed
crazy.
People
You
that
were
works
on
it.
and you didn't catch.
do it
You
up.
didn't catch
Do it up.
anybody. Cause like on a reg, you would expect like they bring a guy like that on, you're gonna catch somebody. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't. That's
That's
on
the thing.
some
You'll probably have to follow him for a while because you probably do this a lot and you don't always catch people.
'Cause,
Sometimes
and
it
that's,
takes a while.
The biggest, like, oh, why don't you call police? Blah, 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 blah. I was like, well, sometimes I go and these didn't even show up. So, like,
You probably don't catch people more than you do,
oh,
right?
yeah, all the time. Or they'll be the ones they'll be like, oh, let's ready. I'm ready to meet. And I line it all up. And then they're just like, no, can't do it. So I wasted all that time for what?
It's like lions and cheetahs and stuff. They don't be 100% when they go hunting.
Yeah.
They be missing.
As long as you like Steph Curry, you like 50 from the field.
50% is good in the lion world. Like, we're eating good.
But it seems like now, like, especially with my TikTok, like, I go on there, post a video, like, it's viral within 5 minutes. Like, just like that.
That's
Through the
crazy.
roof.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yep. So I mean, he's back now. If you want to proposition him, just don't ask him anything fucking dumb. Yo, I know that shit was funny as hell. I gotta watch that tonight when I go home.
You ain't gonna hang it up, right? We still outside.
Oh, no. Yeah, hell yeah.
Everybody outside now. I know the purpose is out. Yeah, they been waiting to come outside.
Like I said, like,
They outside with masks on.
yeah, like with my dad and stuff, like, he was in this nursing home for a little bit, and that just fucked him up even more. So now, like,
How's your dad doing?
I mean, it's Alzheimer's. You know what I mean? Like I said, every day is different. And
Sole
like I said,
caretaker.
he's not trying to beat my ass, so we're good to go.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like, it was just before he went to the hospital, he was walking fine. Then when he went to the nursing home, like, they were supposed to do all this stuff, and it seemed like he got worse. You know what I mean? Like, it was horrible. But like now he's back. He's not walking like throughout the house, but he can get up and take some steps here and there, and he's doing good.
Yeah.
But that takes all my time, like right there. And like I said, nighttime, that's when the 2K comes out. So it's just like,
I'm busy.
I'm gonna tell you, we've been talking about it for a while now, but I'm gonna take a ride with you.
let's do it. Damn.
I think that would be crazy.
Can we run a
Keep up
carriage?
with your Megan's Law website, people. Like,
Seriously.
know who
But
lives
Megan's Law
amongst
doesn't
us.
always work either because, a lot of those stay under the radar and they don't report where they're going.
That's cold blooded.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
They can get indicted for that though. They're supposed to let that junk. You know what I'm
Supposed to,
saying?
but a
What do
lot
you
of them
think
don't
about all
care.
These rich people getting caught with like doing what you're trying to stop, like all the
Yeah, again, that's why like I don't think like
there's a culture
I get so
of
far.
Oh, yeah. It
I
ain't-
get
it
so
like-
far with it being documented worldwide,
Yeah.
and then it gets right to the person it's supposed to go, and they're just like, "Oh, pedophiles? No, we're not doing a show about that. No, nothing."
Yeah, because the people in power.
Yep.
They're
Same
trying,
thing.
yeah, that's
Same
crazy.
thing.
That's a culture. That ain't nothing new. That's going on for
You
centuries.
can always tell who's in power by when they get offended. How much outpouring of devastation happens. I mean, like you could tell that the gay, not the just gay, I want LGBTQ community. No beef, please. I hope I said every letter perfectly. But yeah, like you could tell that they got power when you offend them.
That's because there's
shit
money
hit the fan.
behind it.
Cancel.
And I feel like that with pedophiles is the opposite probably. Like, and I don't know. I'm just going by what you're saying because if there is a fight back, and we know that Epstein list was long with a bunch of rich and powerful people, and we don't even know who was all on that list, but we know a few of them, and they're rich and powerful people. And if those are the people,
I wasn't on that.
right?
Fight.
Not even just that. Like, I'll ruin your life and your whole family if you say anything. Like, and these are the kind of people that are empowered. And please don't cut my show off. I'm just telling the truth. But yeah, it's real, right? Like, we hear about this pedophile
All the
shit
time.
Like with me in the newspaper, like talking about LG the baby, right? The festivals that are canceling him aren't canceling him because of what he said. They're
because of
canceling
the
because of what
backlash.
comes with his name. Like the potato festival in
becomes
Idaho
even-
festival cancels the baby. No one knew about this festival.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Same thing with me. Like, oh well, he catches pedophiles. He's out here beating women. Like, it didn't happen.
they're
Like, I'm not
protecting
coming
their
home,
money.
catching
Exactly.
a pedophile, and like, bitch, where's dinner? Like,
You know what I mean?
It's not-
Sometimes, too, what happens with domestic violence situations, and I hate to say it because it's not all across the board, but a lot of police will take our word before they take a man's word.
Yeah.
as it should be.
I mean, it should be, but a lot of women are malicious. They don't have the right, you know what I mean? Sometimes I know people who have, like, put the hands on themselves, like, oh, you want to, like, it's like a threat to a man, like, I'm going to call the cops, like.
And there's a lot of women who look at people in power, or even people that they think are in power. Like, millions of viewers in this day and age is power. And they are, I'm not saying all women, so don't come at me, but I'm saying, like, there are women out there that'll be like, I am going to ruin your life by putting this out there. And I don't know what happened with you, and I mean, but I'm just saying, like, that's
not talking about the
thing.
girl, but
Yeah,
hey,
that's
if
a
the
thing.
shoe fits,
It's a
wears
thing.
it. You know what I mean?
I will say you've always been respectful when you've come around us.
Yeah,
I know
you've
that
been
for
rocking with us
sure.
Since the beginning, like, you know,
Yeah.
I love it here. Like, I've done other podcasts before. I get nervous and shit, and I'm just like, all right,
Nah, I'm home.
and it was like that from the rip. Like, I remember when you first came, and you came when you first, like, started popping, and I was like, yo, we gotta hit him up, and you came, and we was cool, and we clicked, and you even just off camera, people don't know, you've come to our events, like, we've seen you outside, like, yeah, so it's
Always the
been
same vibe.
For
Yep.
sure.
Same every single time.
So, I just want to go out there with you. That's all I want to do.
I want to rent a carriage. I do. I want.
We can't go pervert hunting in the buggy.
Yes, we can.
I mean, they're gonna get away.
I,
Like, speaking-
nah.
I just want to know, can we really fuck in the buggy?
Oh my God. So y'all go. Oh, see, look, you gonna get a buggy tonight? He said, "Look." She said, "Yes, we
Buggies
can."
don't go.
They don't got no hydraulics.
Gotta get a buggy with some bounce back.
The ones with the LED lights all over the bottom. and stuff.
Oh yeah, make it fancy.
You got anything coming up?
No, not really.
Are you gonna come to TCP Laughs September 11th?
Ooh, baby.
You should. It was a good time last time. Do you like comedy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come have a good time
I'll
with
be
us.
seeing your shows and stuff, and I'm like, damn, I'll try to get up there and try to make people laugh.
It wouldn't take much.
She's hosting.
I am. I'm
TCP
hosting.
Day.
I'll pull your ass up on stage. Don't tempt me with a good time.
It's a whole.
You got
vibe.
1 minute.
Tell me about all the dick pics I've seen. And all that. Like,
You could probably make a whole routine out of your
Probably.
whole 175
like-
for all movement.
like, okay, so like I'll get a picture or whatever, and it's just like whatever. You know what I mean? But then when I sit there with the police and I gotta show it to them, it's just like, oh. It's just like, oh.
Do you want to
embarrassed.
see?
Wow.
So where'd you say you wanted your dick?
Like, oh, you're gonna love this one. Scroll up a little bit more. Look at that.
Uh-huh.
That's
They gotta,
what you're looking
they gotta
for.
take a picture of it again too, huh?
I know.
Wow.
Yee.
and compare pics. That's wild.
I'm sure.
That's
What
wild
happened to
police
R.
work
Kelly?
right
Was he
there.
giving out herpes
Oh,
to his kids?
what happened with R. Kelly is that he's trying to get his charges dropped because a lot of his victims are coming forward saying he gave them herpes and didn't disclose it.
Were these
So
underage people? He was...
I assume so. That's what his body be calling.
Yeah.
That's what his body be calling.
R
he's
makes
out-
me mad,
R-
man.
R. Kelly out here.
They're not minors now, of course.
I don't want to hurt the offend, but
You don't want to what? You don't want to what?
I don't want to hurt the offend.
What do you mean? What the hell does that mean? You don't want to offend the people with them bumps. What are you saying? Spit it out.
The
I
R.
don't want to offend that.
I don't want to offend the community of.
This is
people.
not LGBTQ.
Man,
Yo, I don't know how powerful.
this is 2021.
Young boy, NBA young
everything.
boy.
Like, it's so sad because Say Less, when you first started coming on, I would have said, fuck them and their bumps. But I can't say that now. I can't.
You don't want to get canceled by
But
bumpies.
I'm saying, like, it's doubly bad that R. Kelly is fucking kids and got bumps. Like, that
Before
makes
they
him-
even had a chance to get miles on them
that makes
pussy.
him 10. Now, I just started listening to his music again. Now I gotta turn
Again?
this shit back on.
Turn it off.
Yeah,
I just put his music back on probably a couple
I
weeks
know
ago.
it's like real hypocritical.
You ain't been
but,
stepping in the name of love.
Like I only listened to the first few albums up until I saw the
The
tape.
remix to Ignition gets
When
me
I saw the
every
tape,
time.
like I
I
stopped
just-
listening to him.
It's
Like,
the remix. To
but he was everywhere, so you can't miss. You couldn't miss his music. Like "Step in the Name of Love" and all that
Yeah.
came out. I was.
Step in the name.
But,
Couldn't
like,
help it.
I mean, his music is fire. Like,
Yeah.
So he's out here giving the bumps
but
out.
he makes me mad. Yeah, because he's going. Yo, he can have who he wants.
that
Yeah,
it just yeah.
I laughed. I was laughing at Hollywood for everybody out here. I just want to be clear. I was laughing at her. I did not want to offend the herpes community. Is that a thing? Is that a thing?
You never
I
know.
mean-
I don't know because
you never know
everybody
until
has
they
a
come
community.
for you.
Everybody
Right.
has a community, and I don't want to offend. I'm just saying,
Find out
anybody
tomorrow.
out there who has an STD, live in your truth. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because what
I wear a
happens
mask,
if
I'm
you don't
good.
live in your truth, you can't be mad if somebody punches you in your face. I think that was my
And
body
everybody
fat for a
missing
Queen
their
State
left
one.
pinky is mad at this show.
I think 1 in every 3 people has herpes. I heard
Jesus
Really?
God.
some form of herpes. We're not
Well,
even
it's-
gonna, let's
yeah,
get off
it's
the
a-
herpes
Yeah.
conversation. Herpes
Yeah.
conversation is
We're
not
not
good.
doctors.
But it fucked me up that you said. All right,
R. Kelly.
we're getting the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
R. Kelly did it to us again.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
God
to
damn it, Robert.
Everybody out here who's ever had chlamydia.
Wow.
What do that got to do with herpes? You just over here naming all of them.
Yo, nah, we out.
Shout
we
out to
we out.
gonorrhea.
Yo, can we get some tunes to get out of here, yo?
I don't know.
Mr.
I don't know. Hold
17540, it's always
Thank
been
you.
always
I
a
love y'all.
pleasure. Bro.
Yes.
Always. Yo, do we got any shout outs? Yo, this September 11th, Saturday, I don't care what you're doing. The only place you need to be is at Zootropolis. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. We got Hollywood as one of the hosts again.
Shameless plug.
She was one of the hosts
Yeah.
before, and she
Yeah.
was performing to a sold out fucking show. Tell them how it was, Hollywood.
I'm gonna talk my shit. So please make sure that you pull up because last time we sold out the show, this time we're gonna do it again. And if you don't get there and you're not able to be in attendance, you're gonna be mad. I know y'all heard about the last show afterwards, and I could talk heavy because, like I said, we sold it out. And who the fuck's gonna check me?
Who the fuck gonna check her? Yo, where can they follow you at? Like you need any more followers, but
TikTok.
Where can they follow you, bro?
Just type it in Google. You'll find out.
Mister.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Mr.
Everywhere. Mr. 17540. He's
540.
family here. He come here whenever he
Thank
want.
you, guys.
He say he want to pull up. He pulling up.
Hey.
Yo, shout out to our producer on the boards.
Producer on the
Cookie Pro.
board.
I ain't gonna say it. I won't say it.
Thank you for Mr. 17540 once again for coming through. And we got Alonzo Williams Jr. in the building.
Your kung fu is lousy.
We got Hollywood Bonnie in the building.
Because who's gonna fucking check me?
And I am your host, Blast. This is Say Less Podcast, episode 143, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see y'all next week.
rocks the world.
And we out.
That was possible. I buy a planet. I was like, Eddie, I went on stage. I was like, Eddie, if you get a planet, that shit gonna be Section 8 planet.
You gonna get the Section 8 planet?
Yeah, you gonna get the Section 8. I thought that shit gonna be in the Marcy universe.
Yo, how can you even get a planet? That's what I don't understand.
I don't even know, bro.
Hey, how do we own shit that we don't even own? Like, that's like, I guess you could sell land on Earth, but how do you sell some shit that you ain't never been to? It takes 3 years to get to Mars, I heard.
Yeah, right, leave it to the white man to figure out how to own some shit. White man tell you how to own some shit real quick. They like, hey, you know that planet that was half niggas in it? I tell you what, that's ours, bro. I don't know why. I just felt this hunch that it's mine now, you know? Let's see if they got some spices on there, you know?
Hey, yo, it's your boy Blast from TCP Entertainment. Our newest show, I Hate It Here. This is the man, comedian Josh DeWay. He's hilarious, as you can see. Tell him a little bit about your show.
So we got this great show coming. First and foremost, you know, thank you, Billy, and thank you, Marco, for bringing me a part of the TCP team. You know, these guys have treated me with, you know, the utmost respect and has really allowed me to, you know, be myself. And I just want to take that moment and say thank you. But we have a phenomenal show, you know, coming out. It's called I Hate It Here, and it's going to be something I think the world needs, you know, because we're going to allow us to, one, laugh at people fucking up that ain't us, but also it's going to, you know, give us some positivity and something to just take our mind off of, you know, just the everyday mundane things, you know. So thank you guys again for the opportunity.
It's coming soon to all your platforms, and we might even get it on a different planet. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, hey, Bezos, watch the fuck out.
I Hate It Here, coming soon.
Yeah.